today I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling my best. And when I mean by I'm not feeling my best, I feel like I have everything that I need to succeed, but spiritually, like in the inside, I don't feel complete. I don't feel complete. And spiritually, I believe that there's a higher power. I fully believe. You can't convince me that it's not. Although the religion that I practice or have been introduced to or have known my whole life, it's not very fitting to who I am and what I feel. So I've kind of shied away from it, kind of not been, as deep into it as I should be, because I don't feel like it aligns with me. So, as a kid, that you just go off what your parents teach you, and they go off of what you teach you. Nothing is wrong with, how what I've been believing. Nothing is wrong with it. I just feel like the rules and the things that I've been doing is not truly complete. It's not aligning with me right now. So I feel like that I am, just browsing to see what really fits. I've been listening to different podcasts, trying to figure out what aligns with me. And what I've gotten so far is, what is it called? He said you don't practice it, it's just the way of life. And I think it's like the Muslim way. I don't think it's Muslim. Forgive me, I'm not really fully I don't have all the knowledge to what he was saying, but from what I've heard him say, it's more aligning to what I believe and what I feel in my life. So I'm trying to dive deep into that, because I feel like everything else in my life is good, but I can't do this alone. I can't go on this journey alone. And I want to get there. Like, I know that I need the higher power, the higher spirit, because I'm made for a reason, and my reason is, what he put me here for. So I'm trying to dive into that. I'm not saying I don't believe, but I believe there is something else that aligns with me. So I'm trying to figure that out, because I can't do this alone. Man alone, I can't do it. I can't do it alone. So I'm trying to, get out there and gain knowledge on what aligns with me. And I have fasted before, but I didn't fast with intention. I fast with, just trying to lose weight, trying to feel better. I was doing that, and I think I've heard him say Muhammad Elijah. I've heard him say that, so I'm trying to dig deep into that, see what, practicing Ramadan, eating once a day, because I'm not gonna lie, what I'm feeling right now, I feel so clouded. I feel like my thoughts are not very clear. And when I was fasting, I gained that. Like, I was vibrating at a higher level, like things that, I would do or what I would focus on. Those things start to minimize when I was on the fast. I did it I started off doing a 3-day fast. That was a while ago. It was years ago. That's when I would start taking my journey, my weight loss journey very serious. Weight loss and what else I was focused on? Weight loss and just being, just eating healthier and trying to just get out of this junk out of my body. So I wasn't really doing it for a spiritual sense, but now that I experienced it, I understand. And what he was saying in the podcast, I'm not sure what his name is. He's kind of a light-skinned guy. He looks very clean, very healthy. And what he was saying made so much sense to my life. And that's my advice to you. Just figure out what aligns with your life. You're not forced to do anything that you don't want to do. And just unlearning some things. Unlearn some things that were taught to you, because I'm not saying they were bad, but they taught you what they were taught. And I feel like you going on this journey, you got to unlearn some things and also learn new things, because what you were taught is not truly, and it's not the only way. And I feel like you're going on a different path, so you have to do different things, you have to experience different things, and you're different. So you also have to get out of the old ways, the old thinking, and create new ones that align with you. Now, I'm not saying do what I do, but my advice is to do what fits you. Do what fits you. Find out what's in alignment with you, because there is a higher power. You can't convince me that there's not, but it's a different way that you should kind of approach things. There is a different way. So I've been trying to dive deep into that, because in order for me to get to the next level, I can't do this alone. And I feel like the way that I've been practicing, or the way that I was taught, is I'm not fully maximizing what I can. So just trying to learn new things and unlearn some new things. I'm trying to, because focusing on just money alone is not healthy. And I know that what I'm living right now is not the way that I want to. So in order for me to do that, I have to mind, body, and spirit. I have to maximize those three things. And those three things, what he was saying, makes sense to me. So I think I'm going to dive deep into that. Starting now, I'm trying to eat once a day, because he said it takes 24 hours for your body to digest food, to get rid of the old things, and also, produce the right nutrients to your body. Because your body is an organ. What you feed it and what you give it it all comes into play, And I feel like I've been eating terribly, and I feel clouded. I feel terrible, and it's not the way that I want to continue living. So I'm making the necessary changes. I might do Ramadan. I know that's coming up in I think it starts in April, and it's April now. I think it starts like the 29th. I looked up. I'm not really sure. I kind of just, did that on the fly while he was talking, but I'm really trying to dive deep into that, because I really want to be connected to the higher spirit, because that's where my life will make more sense, and I just feel so incomplete without that, but I just don't like the way that the religion that I'm, identifying as right now, it's not really true in alignment to me. So I'm just trying to figure that out, and chasing money and chasing health and wealth alone is not good enough. It's not fulfilling enough. It doesn't motivate me enough. And mind, body, and spirit is the things that make the most sense. And he said on there, eating 3 times a day, that was like, Kellogg, the cereal, that was like their way of trying to promote their brand. It wants you to eat more so you can buy more and put more money in their pocket. So that's not fully true. And they say like eating 3 times a day and breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That came from that. It didn't come from the scripture. It didn't come from God. It came from that. And that's what we live by today. Eat 3 times a day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And when he said that, it made more sense, because when I eat breakfast, it's like kind of heavy. I feel heavy. I don't feel as motivated. You ever eat something and you just be tired? That's not the way that it should be. And I've learned that, because growing up, you eat collard greens, cornbread, all this and that, and you wonder why you're so tired, and you're more exposed to hypertension, and that's more common in black people than we know, because we eat so much salt and things that are bad for us. But that came from slavery. I think that's like a slavery meal almost. I mean, it's good, but is it nutritious? Is it good for you? I just think about those type of things. So if I can maximize body, mind, and spirit, I feel like it would get me to where I want to be, how I want to live. Because I fantasize about the way I want my life to go. And I just want to make the necessary changes right now and live life to the fullest, to my full potential. And I just want to do things differently. I don't want to be stuck in, the norm, what I see every day. I'm tired of seeing other people win. I don't want to do what I see people doing right now. I want to be at a higher level. I want to vibrate at a higher level. I want to be who I was meant to be, who I was put here to be, and not what, you know, we see, what they feed us, what they produce to us. I don't want to do that. That's not me. That's not the way I want my life to go. And I'm not just here just to do that. So that's where I'm at right now. My advice to you is figure that out spiritually, because you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone.